Well, we're here with Garry Gay, who is a teacher at Silver Creek Elementary, and Mr. Gay went through the Kagan Structures for Student Engagement this past summer. We did a 4-day training. It's wonderful training where we had about 80 Madison County teachers and administrators attending. And Garry, I just want to get your thoughts on the Kagan training that you attended this summer.
Well, the training, honestly, in the beginning, I thought this is just another training. I already do small groups in my classroom regularly, and why do I really need to come to this training? But I found that it was fantastic. There was, we learned about new structuring, how, you can still have small groups, but how to structure those groups in a way that everybody's engaged and it's a cooperative learning environment.
Well, cooperative learning, and you mentioned about everyone being engaged and the small groups. How do you think maybe you'll arrange your classroom this year in small groups that may have been a little bit different than previous years?
Well, in the past, I would just line them up, pretty much. They would still in groups, but I would put more 6, 8, 10 kids, on one side, just, work with the dynamics of my room. But now I see how pretty much 4 is your number. It's the magic number, and I say magic number because you'll have shoulder partners, so you'll have someone to speak with that's, of course, at your shoulder, and then you have a face partner, and that's the person directly across from you. So they don't speak with just the same person all the time. So,
well, what do you think whenever we're doing shoulder partner talk or face partner talk? What do you think will result as far, because we're working toward student success, we're working toward academic achievement for our students. And so how do you think that partnering them up maybe in small groups, shoulder partner, face-to-face partner, how would these activities engage our students for their own success?
Well, like you said, it's all about engagement. So not one student can kind of slack back or not be able to be involved in learning. And that's where we're, before, if you think of your traditional classroom, you have a teacher in front, they ask a question, and one person normally answers, and normally it's the same person always. Sure. So, that's kind of a thing of the past. Now with this, everybody's actively engaged, and you can actually fail in a small group, and you'll have that partner, that mentor that will help. Hey man, that's okay, you missed that, but let me help you out. Let me show you how to get that answer.
Well, you mentioned the one student who seems to always answer. What role does equal participation play in student success?
That role is kids don't feel dominated by that one student.
Sure.
A lot of times they're like, oh, well, that little, Johnny's got the answer again. I'll just sit and wait and let him answer. So they go from wanting to answer and not getting to just sit back and wait because they know that's going to happen. Now with this kind, the Kagan strategies, it's all cooperative and engaged. I mean, every student's engaged. You look at 100% engagement almost always.
Well, I've been in your classroom, and students are very engaged every day, and every time I've been in your classroom. Have you come up with any strategies? Because I know a lot of these you were already doing. Maybe you didn't call them the names that they called them. But are there some strategies that you've learned and that you want to put in place this year that will help you be more successful as a teacher?
Absolutely. I mean, I see the structuring, like you said, I always do small groups and I try to keep everybody engaged, but I don't know, this kind of puts it more mindful. I don't know, the automaticity of it is, that's what I'm looking for with these kids. And what I like is we're going to implement it in our school now, hopefully school-wide, because that way they can carry that over.
Sure.
And what we do in first grade, second grade, those kids will already know by the time they get to my room or move on up to 4th and 5th grade, you will have those same terms that, hey, everybody stand up, let's trade quiz. Well, they already know. So it will improve test scores, I think, immensely.
And as far as growing it in the school, I know that we've got our opening days of school where you're meeting as a faculty at Silver Creek. Any plans to do that during our opening day trainings, or any plans for maybe a monthly strategy or anything like that to grow this in Silver Creek? Yes,
we did that. Actually, we talked about it today a little bit and had fun with the staff, because that's the thing I really like about this is, and it kind of goes back to answer your previous question, is we're teaching social skills that go along with your, our core content that we're teaching, or they learn to appreciate one another. And there's classroom building, and then there's team building, and that's pretty magical, I think, in itself in the classroom.
Anything you want to share about the impact for student learning as a result of the Kagan Structures?
I'm looking forward to sharing it with my group at school. We have plans to do that actually once a month at regular staff meetings, so it'll be good.
All right, well, appreciate you, Mr. Gay, everything that you're doing
Thank
for
you.
student engagement and certainly student success at Silver Creek Elementary and in Madison County Schools. Thank you.
Thank you.